Um, hello? Oh my god. Boss? What do you mean, boss? Why are you saying, what is happening? Hello? Who are you people? A- am I alive? Um, who am I? Hello. I, I don't know, I just wanted to, like, do shit, like, random shit today. Cause I don't know. I don't know why, I just wanted to talk about stupid shit, and, yeah. Um, oh yeah, my high souffle. Um, so I think I might get like separate booba physics soon. So if they look nice, they will be separate. I think that'll be cool. Um, that's pretty much all. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of getting another outfit. I have two outfits in the works actually, not for my model, just for art. Um, because I'm kinda poor right now. Uh, I wish I could spend it on my model, but um, uh, I I'm kinda poor. But but yeah. Anyway, what else? I don't know what. Oh yeah, I posted a video again. I kind of like it. You should look at it if you like watching me. It's on my Twitter, it's on my TikTok. Um, hang on, do I have my Twitter, like, here? I do. What about my TikTok? I don't think I have my TikTok. Yeah, I don't. Because I didn't really care about TikTok, but now I do. So it's like, why are you scanning me? What the hell? What is this remix? What the hell? Someone made, like, what the fuck? Okay, I don't know why that's in this video, but you know what? Whatever. And I think, I don't know. My TikTok has been doing really well for some reason. I don't know why, but it just has, and it's really surprising me, like, how well it's doing, but, yeah. I think what else? I don't know. Like, I want to do a video essay soon, just to, like, challenge myself and see if I can do it. I probably can do it, but, you know, it'll be hard. It'll be difficult. And yeah. But right now, I want to do something stupid that I saw. I was thinking about this, I was like, I'm very into Resident Evil right now. The fixation is strong. So, I'm gonna do this. Hang on, I'm gonna do this. I will rank every single character. I think I have to put a tier below F tier. Hang on, how do I make a... Oh, can I not make another tier? Oh, I can't. Add row below. I'm gonna say forgot their name, because I'm gonna be honest. I probably forgot some of these characters' names. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, this is F, and then this is... forgot their name. Cause, yeah, like I said, I probably forgot someone's name. So, this is just how it's gonna be. Rebecca. S. I love Rebecca. This guy, F. I forgot his name, but I remember I hated him. This guy, I don't know. This guy, I don't know. This is Resident Evil 1 Resker. He's not as good as RE5 Wesker, so I'm gonna put him, like... I'm gonna put him here. Why is there Street A? Bruh. There we go. That was kind of pissing me off. I think this is Birkin, F tier. I also fucking hate him. This guy, I forgot their name. Who the, is that? No, this is Chris. Who is this? Well, you too, buddy. I can't even tell what is this? What is... I can't tell what this is. What the fuck? Well, here we go. This guy, I don't know. Jill, S tier. Chris, A tier. It's not RE5 Chris though, but... I mean, is it the character as a whole, or is it just that one render? Because I saw that there was some repeats, but... Oh, I guess... Okay, I guess it is the character as a whole. Okay, then Wesker S. Like, Wesker's the best Resident Evil villain. I don't care what you say. Fuck, this is Barry. No, this is Barry, D. I kinda hate him, kinda don't. I forgot this guy's name. Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? Bro, the guy driving the truck in the intro. Yeah, you know what? D tier. Leon, S, yep. Claire, B. They kinda do nothing with you, and it saddens me. They need to do more with Claire. Like, bruh, whatever. I don't know, this guy. Is this Marvin? You know what? C tier. Ada, S, Sherry. I mean, yeah, Sherry kind of does nothing, huh? This is the gun shop guy. Fucking... C, he traumatized Leon. That's all he did. And the original, all he did was fucking die. The little zombie girl, who's his daughter, you know what? Below him. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. This is the pedophile, so I guess F tier. I don't know who you are. You're the bitch wife. Yeah, F tier. You're as bad as the pedophile. Yup. Makes sense. Hunk. I'll put him in A tier. I don't really care about Hunk. Not as much as other people do for some reason. But yeah. Bro, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? That's Carlos. You know what? Carlos C tier. Cause, yeah, why not? Just, why not? C tier Carlos, yep. I don't know. This is the fucking evil Russian guy. Wait, no. This guy's Russian, right? For no reason, but this guy is the evil one. And then he just fucking dies. F tier. This guy, D tier. Actually, no, C tier. He's cool. He blows himself up and it's cool. I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't know who 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 you are. This is Alyssa. I didn't play Outbreak, but I wanted to. So I don't know what I should do with her. I wanted to play Outbreak though. I'll put her in C tier. Is Grace in this list? Emily. Wait, no, this is the girl that fucking dies and this is Emily. Oh, but Grace is in here and Rose. Okay. I don't know who you are. 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 Bro, most of this, I don't know who they are. Because they're like forgettable characters. And then this is like the RE5 squad, but like, they kind of do nothing, so whatever. Bro, I know which game... I played this game. I think it's Revelations. I just forgot who they were. D tier. Zombie girl. Yeah, whatever. Zombie girl right there. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. This is another Revelations person, I think. Yeah. I don't care about you. I Red Queen, I don't know what you did. I forgot. I don't care. I don't care. I don't. Hunnigan, C tier. Louise, C tier. But Ashley, just cause she's hot, A tier. Yep. That's my reasoning. Oh, Merchant, A tier. Because I love the merchant. Yeah. And then, I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know. Wait. Oh, that's the fucking guy in 4. The mayor who turned evil, D tier. And then, yeah, you're F tier. Crosser, though, B tier. And then you, I hate most of the villains in Resident Evil. I just want to kill them. And then you kill them. Wesker was like the only one that I liked because he's funny. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. You look fruity. I don't know who are these people actually? Oh my god. Who are these people? Why is there a little girl here? Why is there a man? This guy was in the RE4 too, but I don't... What the fuck? Or was he 5? Fuck, I forgot. You know what? Because I forgot, here you go. Hi, Serenio. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. Wait, these guys are like from the fucking movies. I never watched the movies. That's why I don't know them. Sheva, A tier. I love Sheva. I don't remember RE5 that well. She got turned into a goo monster by Wesker, but she had good boobs, so C tier. Who the fuck are you? This is Spencer. I hate Spencer, so F tier. Wait, who the fuck is this guy? I grabbed Spencer. Who the fuck was that guy? Okay, whatever. See, I told you, I know these people. I know most of them, and it's just... Then they have, like, shit from the games nobody played, and then... the movies. And they have, like, nothing... Bro, I know these two are from the movies as well. Bruh. This is RE5 people. So, yeah, I don't really care. I don't know who these guys are. Oh, wait, these are Revelations. I don't remember what you did in Revelations, but I remember what you did. You were kinda cool, C tier. Yep, just putting more nobodies in here. Yep, don't mind me. Okay, now we're in RE6. I fucking hate this guy. D tier. Like, the villains are just all in F tier, except this guy, he's fucking annoying. And then Jake is just like better version of this guy, but I still hate him, so it's like, whatever, go in here. Go in here. I don't know who you are. This is movie. I never watched the movies. Are these the guys from RE7 that just died? They are, bruh. You know what? The found footage horror guys, they go in D tier. Cause they were funny. This is Chainsaw Person. You go in D tier too, cause you're kind of funny. Ethan, I'll put him in A tier, cause I do like Ethan. I know a lot of people don't like Ethan, but he's funny to me. Ethan's bitch wife, she goes in C tier. I hate Mia. This is the cop that just okay, bro. You know, the cop that died in the beginning of RE7. D tier. Jack Baker. Okay, actually I like Jack. B tier. I hate her though, so she goes in F tier. I also hate this guy, so F tier. I forgot the sister's name that helps you. Am I a bad person? B tier. Evelyn? Oh, I kind of liked Evelyn as a villain, but I don't know. C tier. Yeah, C tier. Put her in C tier. Bro, this is... Yeah, this is the... Wait, this is the old man you play as who punches shit. He's cool. B tier. This is the old man that dies in the beginning of Village. You go with the cop that died in the beginning of 7. Yeah. Okay, this is the woman that you help in 7, who also dies. This is the old man you help in 8 that also died. I meant 7 for this one. Not 7. I meant 8. Why am I mixing up my whatever. This is the old woman you help in 8 that dies. This is that the Duke? No. Oh wait, no, that's the fucking guy who yells at you and then dies. And then, bro, why are they putting them there? All these people just died. That's all they did. I don't remember you. Oh wait, this Mother Miranda? No. Wait, I don't see Mother Miranda. Okay, so this is Mother Miranda. You know what? I'll put her in D tier. I hate Mother Miranda. Not gonna lie. Demi Trask though? Oh yeah, A tier, let's go. The 3 sisters are they're kind of just the same to me. So I'll put them in the tier below all 3 of them. I don't really remember their names either. They're just the siblings, so whatever. Benny Viento, they're funny. I'll put them in B tier as well. The fucking fish guy, F tier, I hated him. Heisenberg. I'll put him with Demi Trask. They were like the 2 highlights. And then the Duke, C tier. He's kinda just worst merchant, you know? The fucking agent that like checks on Rose, yeah. Where's the people that died? There we go. With them. Fucking journalist, yep. And then this is Rose. Do I like Rose? Fuck, I don't remember Shadows of Rose that much. I played it when it came out. And that's what I remember. I'll put her in B tier, I guess. Grace though, I love Grace. I'll put her in A tier. The fucking FBI director in RE9. Sure, D tier. The cop that just fucking dies at the beginning of R. He can go with the other cop that. Oh yeah, this guy too. Who also died at the beginning. He can go with all the other people who died at the beginning. What the fuck is this? I can't. What is this? I don't know what this is. You go in here. Victor Gideon? I thought he was he was funny. I'll put him there. The girl though, I hate her. I'm glad she died in the... Who the fuck are you? I don't know who you... Go in here. You also... Bro, all the people who died, I'm putting... Temu Wesker? F. All he did was make you think he was Wesker or Farm, and then, yeah. Whatever. I don't know who this guy is. This little girl that you play as and fucking die, yeah, D tier. And then... I mean, Emily just kinda helped me. I'll put her in D tier too. There's my Resident Evil tier list. Look at it. Oh my god, I'm so cool. I'm actually just so cool. Okay, I saw another tier list I wanted to do. Let me go back. Yeah, which Resident Evil men are Resident Smashers. I wanted to do this one. Okay, you know what? Leon probably doingers. You know, I don't think he'll smash that much, but you know, when he does, like, you just kind of know, you know. Wesker, though. Oh my god, certified boinkers. Like, yeah, you, like, look. Which Resident Evil man has unleashed their Ouroboros? Like, bro, this whole thing is named after Wesker. And because Wesker has that, that means, you know, Chris has, you know? Like, they just have to. Carlos, oh, wait. Wait, this is which man I would smash. Okay, Carlos? Yeah, I would put him in a tier below. Ethan? I don't think I would. Just because he has a loving wife and kids, you know, I don't want to cuck Mia. I mean, I do, but like, it's not because I like Ethan, it's because I hate her, you know? That's the only reason why I would do that. Old man in 7 that I forgot the name of, I'm not interested, I'm sorry. Luis, though. You know, yep, I'll put the 2 Latino men together. They'll just be there, yep. Fuck. Who is this guy? Wonderful chat, how are you doing? And I need your help. You need my help. Why do you need my help? I don't know who this guy is, so I'm gonna put him there. Hunk. I didn't see that message. It got deleted. Hi Brennan, how's it going? You're a bit shy, but hello, hello. I'm just doing a random tier list. Also, thanks for the follow. I'm just doing shit. Or what, I need your help because I'm trying to become the first person to be banned from all Twitch channels. Why do you want to do that? That's kind of crazy, no? Hunk? Yeah. Fuck, who? No, Merchant? I'll put him with Leon. Setting a record? Is it like Guinness World Records or something? Nobody has done it, so why not? You know what? Fair. Yeah, in the book, okay. Hang on. I'll DM one of my... Yeah, there you go. You've been timed out. I DM'd one of my mods, they just did that. They timed you out, they didn't ban you. That's crazy. Who the fuck are you? Heisenberg? I'll put him here. There we go, that's my Resident Evil man sex tier list. While banning someone for... How long did you ban them? for 1,209,600 seconds. Why that amount specifically? Enox, what the fuck? What are you doing? Resident Evil LGBT cat, whatever. How many characters is bro? This guy. Yeah. Immediate. I mean, I think Dimitrescu's canon, right? Yeah. I think she's like the only one that's canon that I remember. Ashley, just because I hope. Same with Ada and Sheva. That's not Sheva, that's fucking Carlos. Bye. Sheva, because yes, that's all I need. That's all I care about. That's all I need. Oh my god, should I just go to the fucking horror games now? I'm running out. I don't know what's happening. Game. That's nothing. Yeah, fuck it, bro. I'm going to the game. Look at this. That's me. Whatever, bro. I don't know why it is happening. I can't plug in my controller. I plugged in my controller. How do I change the game? It's easy delivery. Yeah. Yeah. But I hope everyone's doing okay. I just wanted to see what this game was about. So yeah. And now I'm gonna see what it's about. Let me look at the options. Oh wait, you know what? I kinda like the CRT effect, so yeah, whatever, fuck it. It'll be like this. This is what it looks like. And now I play this. I kinda hate that it does that, but whatever. Yay. Wait, I can change the font? What the hell? Yeah, whatever. File 1. Have an easy day. Oh, what the fuck? That scared me. I'm already scared. And I just started it. I'm in this. I never been in the snow. I kind of wonder what it's like, but at the same time, the few moments I've been in the snow, I'm just like, it's too cold. I don't really care. Start, go make a delivery. Oh, there's so much. Change your driving view by pressing C or left stick. Okay. What about this? To start working, drivers must select and confirm jobs. Oh, okay. Congratulations, we at EasyCo are pleased to inform you that you have been hired as a valued EasyCo delivery driver. I am now responsible for delivering important EasyCo merchandise to and from the local businesses in insert profit sector. Have an easy day. Goal. Make a delivery. Okay. Am I got flowers. Okay, I think I can do this. I think I should be able to do this, yep. I can do this. Welcome to Mountain Town. I can drive, I think. Find a lit up storefront. Oh, it's this. I'm a little cat! Oh my god, wait, this is so cute. I'm gonna get scared soon. Gimme flower. Greetings, Seb. Oh no, new guy. I guess you're redoing the delivering now. Deliveries now. But Ada? Like, oh, it all goes back to Resident Evil for me. I'm not talking very well these days. Goodbye. Thank you for flower. I will put flowers somewhere. In here, I think. Yeah, there you go. I had to wait, what happens if I don't close it? Wait, am I just delivering it here? Wait, where am I delivering it to? Oh, it is just there. Do I... Okay. Yeah, that was... Bro, that was so easy. I'm so good at making deliveries. Wait, there's a... There's a warrants... What the hell? I didn't know there was a warrants mechanic. Yay, I made a delivery. What is this? I will start this one. Pick up from Easy Eats. Find the lit up storefront. I don't know where that is. I'm guessing it's this. This looks like a restaurant. It is a restaurant. Let me in. Hello, what do you want? Howdy, whippersnapper. Jeepers, you look like the spitting image of Seb. Who the fuck is Seb? The spitting image, I say. But no one listens to old Tui. Don't let them work you too hard. Oh, pizza. I want pizza. Yeah. Bro, why are you making me deliver this shit? It's like not even 5 meters, bro. What are you making me do? And then I put it on the floor. Like, okay. I don't know what you want from me. Um, I'll do I'll do this one. I'll do yeah, I'll do that one. Where was that? Easy flowers again. Well, time to drive backwards, cause this is legal. And I can do it. Never mind, whatever. Who the fuck are you? Why are you singing? You're not allowed to sing. Hey there, new guy. It looks like your map is missing some data. I can fix it for you, but if I need something in return, buy me an energy drink from the vending machine over there and we'll call it even. Okay, I can do that. Where's the vending machine? I can't look. I'm gonna die. Yeah, I actually can't look. Okay. Um, is it... Where is it? He said vending machine over there. Oh no, it's gonna be like so far. Look, I mean, I'll get the flowers right now, I guess. Greetings, nice to see you again. It's been a while since I've spoken to someone new. Such a nice soul. Thank you for the flower. This is a plant, not a flower. But whatever. Bro, again, you could have just walked. What's wrong with you? Um, okay. I'm gonna talk to you again. Maybe you'll know something. Buy me an energy from the vending machine over there. What, over here? I can't really move the camera. I don't know where the vending machine is. I'm trying to move the camera, but I can't. And I will be frozen to death. My car is warm. Okay, whatever. Find a drink from the vending machine and bring it. You might have to make another delivery. Wait, how much money do I have? Uh, here. I do this one. I don't want to do that one. My tailgate is open. I can't see the vending machine. Oh, whoops. Maybe I just have bad eyes. I probably do. I'm gonna go over here. That's a mailbox. I don't know. I feel like maybe I just missed it. Or maybe I just had to drive. And driving is hard for me. Actually, it's not. It's kind of easy. I say that and I took that turn really bad, but don't pay attention to that. Oh, there's the vending machine. I see. I have found it. Yay. Rusty Raiders, thanks for the follow. How's it going? Give me pizza, yay. You know, I think I put this too far. Wait, where did he want it? Yeah, okay, like, just 2 feet away from him. These guys are so lazy. But whatever. Ouch, I'm dead. I have a button on, like, under my controller that I keep pressing. And that's also the A button, and because of that, I'm dying. You're welcome, I'm good. How about you? I'm doing good. I'm getting this guy a drink. How do I give him his drink? Uh... Had... Oh. Map/item. Wait, I bought a drink, though. I don't understand. Okay, control. Wait, I can turn the radio on? I'm confused, because I gave him his- I bought a drink. But I can't give it to him. Does he want this one? Yay. Oh, I paid for it, but I didn't get it. I didn't realize that. Oh, do I have... I see. Okay, I had to put it in my car for some reason. Okay. Yay. Can't drink yet. Wait. How do I make it? It's gonna be cold. I'm gonna die. I got this drink for him and he's gonna kill me. Oh my god. Birdseed. Here you go, have drink. Yay. Keep the drink, you'll need it. You'll have to maintain your energy to take on heavy deliveries. The name is MK, by the way. I need to do maintenance for Easy Co. You should meet me at my cabin in Snowy Peaks for a cup of coffee. It's not too far from here, just north of Uptown. There you'll need to figure out how to clear the roadblock. I think a lighter will do the trick. Um, okay. I got mail. Is it the map? Give me my map, thank you. Um, give me this. What do I need? Buy a ladder from the depot? You'll have to earn some more money first. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll do this one. Come here. Give me your flowers. Who are we to ask anything more of life than time and warmth? And yet we always need more of both. Okay, buddy. I guess you're just cool. Why is my car the only thing that warns me? That's kind of weird. But whatever. I'm chill with walking too. I hear my car. I will seek shelter. It's right here. Yay. Why is it in first person now? Can I change it? No? Okay. Well, this is just how it has to be. Head to Weston. I will try. I will get lost, but I will try. That's what I'm good at. I'm good at getting lost. I will obey the stop sign. I'm gonna roleplay. Is this, what the fuck, low signal? Is there anything not low signal? Oh, this kinda sucks. I'm gonna get stuck while trying to change my radio. The news. The news is not low signal. Oh, thank you. Finally, something chill. Thank you. I love this. You know what? This is kinda chill and nothing will go wrong, hopefully. Where am I? Wait, do I have to go all the way around? Oh. That kinda sucks, you know? But whatever. I'll do it. Energy. I have energy. If drivers are expected to maintain peak operational efficiency, are only authorized to purchase. Okay. The energy will result in lower body temperatures, so be careful of the cold. It's telling me to get out. I don't know my energy. Why can I do that? That's kind of fucked. Wait, why can I do that? Where's my car? Am I fucked out? It told me to get out. It told me I needed energy. I littered. Oh, my car is gone. I will die. Ouch. I didn't know I could do that. Wait, what the fuck? I'm in hell. I'm in the back rooms. Hello, I am trying to leave. And I don't know where I'm going. I will just go over here, I guess. The back rooms do not agree with me. Okay, here's someone. What the fuck? Did I get kidnapped? I don't know what anything is. Oh, hello. I'm back. I think. Head to Weston. I don't know how to get to Weston. No, I did it again. I need to stop pressing that button. It's actually fucking me up. Um, there's a honk button. Oh no, there's a honk button. Uh-oh. Oh, I think I'm going the wrong way. I had to go the other way. Come here. I don't know where I go. I'm gonna drive like a maniac, that's all I know how to do. Package. Why is there mail? Package. Values of engineering over quality. Dropping part of a package will not affect your payout. Okay. Covering Patrick. Oh, wait, did my package fall? Oh, some of my package fell. Oh, I see. Ah, it's fine, it doesn't matter. As long as some of it makes it, that's all that matters. Yeah, see? Hmm. It still feels like I'm going the wrong way, but I see a town, so I don't think so. Also, I don't even like, is this me? Oh, that's where I'm going. Wait, where's me then? Oh, I guess there is no me. Wait, can a deer like just come out randomly? Yeah, I guess there is no me. Delivered the package to Weston. Okay, well, I made it somehow. I think this is Weston. But then, where do I put it? Hello? I don't want to be here. I thought I had to put my shit in there, but I guess not. Factory. And then what's that? Bar. I need this. Thank you. Actually, I might as well drink it now. Easy Depot. Wait, I need a lighter, but I think I don't have enough money for a lighter. Hmm. I'm part I'm Fortino, not that it matters. Can you keep a secret? I don't even care. I'm hopelessly in love with Ellie at the bakery, but they don't even know I exist. I'll just be here. Okay, can you give me, like, something cool? Um, I guess not. Oh, lighter. I don't have enough money. Why is the lighter so expensive? I wish I knew where I was. So that's lighter. So I guess I go down. And okay. I understand now. I don't understand, but I understand. No, my signal. And then okay, yeah. I go over here. Yay, I can read sometimes. And then it should be, yeah, it should be there. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Yay. Is there a train? Oh, there is a train. What can I get now? Um, Weston to Easton. Easton to... Okay, so I'm guessing the more distant... Yeah, the more distance, the more you get paid. I'm gonna do this one, though. Okay, saw where Easy Bakery was. Can I go there from here? No, I have to go back. Oh my god, I barely don't have enough money. Oh, that kind of sucks. Whatever. I can do this. I can do this. I can't do this. Something's gonna kill me. I don't know what, but something will kill me. My tailgate is open, but I don't even care. Something can attack me, but like, who cares? I just need to get to the bakery. But I don't really remember where the bakery was. And you know what? I'm gonna buy more of this. Why is it so expensive? What the hell? This game is so chill and I'm not chill. But you know what? Whatever. But maybe it won't turn chill. Oh, did I pass it? I passed it. Oh, right. Cause this is when I first got here. And then I didn't even, like, go over here. Which this is where it is. Ouch. Well, I'm sorry, sir. I forgot I can do that. Huh? I'm Ellie. Who are you? They call me the crazy one. Ever taken a bite out of one of those packages? Can't say I haven't. Do you think they should teach dolphins how to read? Yeah, man. Whatever you say. Okay, and now... I just go down the hill again, take a right, and then I'm there. Well, I could be your Amazon delivery driver. Isn't that what you want? Don't you want me to be your Amazon delivery driver? I'm already like one. If part of it gets lost or damaged, I don't care. I just deliver it because I still get paid the same amount. So it doesn't matter to me. You know? But whatever. How do I change the... Oh. I can't change the radio. Oh my god. I tried to change the radio and I can't. Oh, there we go. Oh, I guess it'll just change it to, like, automatically to whatever has the strongest signal. Yeah, okay. Um, Tunnel to Fishing Town. Okay, I guess I go here. Good thing I'm the only one who knows how to drive, apparently. Because this is actually so helpful. And then I take a right. And there it is. Whoa, I can read maps now. I learned how to do it just 10 minutes ago for this game specifically. Okay, I think I want to take a job that goes to Weston. Just, yeah, like this. Just because the lighter, the pawn shop, the porn shop. Where is the porn shop? Oh, it's just a little bit over here. Is that? No, that's not it. Yeah, that's easy something. Oh, there it is. It's gonna look sus me going in here, but whatever. I had to for my job. You seem familiar. Do I know you? I'm Cece. What's really in these deliveries? I had to check, but that's exactly what they'd want me to do. But this is just... Bro. These are just plants. I can't even see behind me now. Thanks a bunch. Oh, and one died. Thank you. Wait, if I go... oh yeah, because then that just loops around, so I had to go here. See, I can read maps, I told you. I know how to read maps. Yep. I can read map. Yeah, and then I go over here. Yay. Fuck your potted plant. I cannot hear the game. No one told me this. Except you. Thank you for telling me. You're such a good friend, yeah. Can you hear now? Yay. Why is it telling me how many miles I have? I know how many miles I have. Well, you're driving on the British side of the road? Yep. I think that's where this game was made. No, I need my plants. Here you go. Oh, okay. Yay, I got money. Let me go in. Yay. I got scared. Okay, and then I had to go up here so I can buy my lighter. Because I need that for some reason. The dog told me I needed it, so I need it. That's all. I need my fucking lighter, bro. Why is it so hot in my room? It's because I'm here, I know, but why is it so hot in my room? Where was the lighter again? It's in... Oh, wait, is it the depot? It might be the depot. It is the depot, give me this. Sigh. I'm hopelessly in love with Ellie, but they don't even see me. Surely it's not because I hide behind a building whenever I see them. That will cost $29.98. I'll just be here. I got a lighter. How do I light things? How do I start this goal? I'm getting raided. Hi Connor, how's it going? How you doing? Enoch, shut them out. How are you doing? Unless you did already. You didn't, shut them out. Hello. My name is Celeste. I'm a clown bat VTuber. And I just wanted to play this game because I heard it was kind of scary. But so far, nothing has happened yet. But, you know, we'll see. But, yeah. Anyway, how are you doing, Connor? What were you playing? What were you doing? I hope you had a good stream. I had to visit the cabin in Snowy Peaks, wherever that is. You know what? It's not telling me where they are. Oh, there we go. Wait, where do I have to go? I had to go to... What the hell? Does that one take me to Snowy Peaks? Okay, I guess it does. I'll go over there then. We streamed in Stars in Time and then did some animation? Well, I've been wanting to play in Stars in Time. I just haven't done it yet, though. I have it. Oh, I have two of these? Okay. Time to go. I like how there's no gas, it's just whether I'm awake or not. It's kind of funny, but yeah, this game is chill, if you couldn't tell. I just like driving around and I do deliveries. And sometimes they, fall off, but that doesn't really concern me, you know? If they fall off, it's their fault. It's not my fault. Why do you drive so fast, bro? I didn't like that. Going like 80 miles. Bro, you're driving like my dad. My dad drives like a maniac. I mean, Texas driver, but you know. Don't think about that. Bro, this is the average Texas driver. They see a straightaway, speed up immediately. And then once they see a turn, they slow down. Like, yeah, I'm driving like average Texas driver. Bro, I hate Texas so much. Where am I going? I had to go up here. Oh, I'm going up there. Okay, I see. There's a lot of nothing on the way, I guess. Until a deer jumps out at me. That's actually happened to me too. Do you have stationary permanent speed cameras in, EHA? Yeah. But bro, people do not care. Let me tell you right now, people do not care. They'll literally slow down right in front of the camera, because they know the camera is there. And that's why they never get caught. That's why it happens. Ouch. I was looking at me. I was looking at chat. Oh wait, how do I reset? I can go up. Do you have points on your license? Yeah. Actually, okay, it's weird. Like, you can get, like, you know... You can get penalized on your license. But... it doesn't really do anything, because most of the time they'll just be like, oh yeah, you can't drive for this many months. And most of the time, that doesn't even happen. That's only in extreme cases. They don't really, like... take away your license if you're a bad driver for some reason. Or like if you drive bad. They just like give you a ticket and they're just like, yep, that'll show them. And that's it. Oh my god. Upton. Where do I go now? This is... yeah, I go here, okay. Depending on speeding here, you get on your license fines or your license points are a permanent stand on your record. Yeah, but people don't really care about that over here, because America's so built on Was that Easy Flowers or was that Easy Eats? I mean, might as well check, but this looks like a restaurant. Yeah, that's Easy Eats. Oh, Uptown is where I started. I see. Okay, that's why this name seems so familiar. Greetings, have an easier day with Easy Predict what you want as soon as you want it. Sorry, I don't know what came over me. Old habits. Thanks for the potted plants. The top one will fucking die. Oh, and then I just go up here. Is that Snowy Peaks? Yeah, see, I told you. I love the Snowy Peaks. UK can be car-centric, but it's a small town, especially a little place in the middle of nowhere. Oh, is that why I needed the lighter? So I can burn this shit? Okay, that's kind of funny. Let me out! I will watch it burn in first person. Look at it burn. This is what it deserves. Yeah. It's burning. I caused the fire, but who cares? Why do you have a little K-truck? I don't know. But I burned this shit. Please don't have physics. Okay, yeah, physics, whatever. Where am I going? I need to go to this Enter Snowy Peaks. I got an achievement for that. Hello? What's going on? Oh, what the fuck? These plants! They're gonna die. I don't think I can get up here. Can I? Yay! I did something. One's bad. Yeah. I had to get through the snow. I don't want to get through the snow. Oh, it's down there. Welcome to Snowy Peaks. Winton. Munton. Okay, I see the cabin. Can I do anything about this cabin? Here you go, have your plants. Leave me alone. Oh, it's you. Welcome. It's been a while since someone else was over. Sorry about the mess. Here, as promised. What? Coffee is a much better energy source than energy drinks. It takes some effort to prepare, but will last you longer. Besides, anything good in life takes a little effort. You remind me of my good friend Seb. Who the fuck is Seb? They liked coffee too. Me though, I'm more of a tea dog. I'm rambling. To brew your own coffee, you'll need a cooking pot. There's one for sale here at the depot. Okay, I gotta get my cooking pot, but you're free to use mine anytime. Here. Why don't you brew yourself more coffee before you go? Anyways, a word of warning, Snowy Peaks has treacherous uneven terrain. You'll need snow tires. You can purchase some at the Easy Auto, down at the road. Good luck out there. Okay. How do I brew coffee? I'm gonna cook. I'm cooking. That's me, cooking. I need $60. Is it brewing? Oh, it's shit brown now. I think that means yeah. Yay! I brewed coffee. I have coffee now. Okay, now I need to buy that. I almost have enough money. Okay, let's see. What can I do? I will do Winton to Munton. Yep, Winton to Munton. It's only $11, so it shouldn't be that bad. Okay, so where is Winton? Winton is to the right. And then Munton is over there. Okay, let's see if I can go to Winton Overwatch. Please let me go to Winton Overwatch. Yay! I love being an Amazon worker. This is what being an Amazon worker lets you do. I can run over birds. I don't know what I'm doing. I just be driving. There's no radio signals everywhere. Bro, oh, okay, the news. Yeah, thank you. I love watching the news. I love listening to the news. Pick up from Easy Flower. It's over here, right? I'm guessing it's over here. Oh yeah, I see the flower. Why is everything owned by the same corporation? Bro, we are an Amazon delivery driver. Greetings. I met new friends yesterday at the coffee shop. They are so accepting of me. Kind, so many new friends. Wait, why are you the same? Shouldn't you be different? This is a different location. Okay, and then I just go around and yay. Goodbye, pot. That's always gonna happen, by the way. I don't give a fuck. Wait, I hit a wall. Oh, I had to go back. I read the map wrong. Wee! Goodbye, pot. I don't care. I also don't know why I'm just doing flower deliveries. I wanted to deliver the pizzas again, but like... Bro. They're so difficult. I don't really care about the pizza deliveries. I don't know why they're so difficult, they just start. You know, at the start, it was third person, the driving, and then it changed to first person. And I don't know which one I like more, cause like, this lets me see more, but I feel like third person will let me see way more. So, I don't know. But I just be driving, bruh. I'm just trying not to die. Okay, bridge. Bridge. Yay! I hate the snow. I'm so glad I'm the only one who has a car in this town, you know? It makes things so much easier. Munton. I love Munton. Oh, it tells me how close I'm getting, too. I didn't know that. I'm in Munton, help. I'm stuck in the snow. Where am I putting this? The porn shop, I see. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know why I keep stimming on this button. Bros in the Munton. I'm in Munton. Here you go, have your plants. And now I can buy something. Somewhere. Where is this? This is in Munton, right? Oh, there, I can buy it there. Whoa, how convenient. Snow tires at the next exit. How convenient. Oh? Hey, Seb, it's me, Reed. I saw you just the other day. Wait, you're not Seb. Man, I keep forgetting things. Who were you again? Sorry, who were you again? Bro, this is you, like, pretending to be an old man. I'm gonna buy this. Oh, hey Seb, it's me Reed. I saw you just the other day. Wait, you're not Seb. Who are you again? Snow tires. These will help you drive in deep snow. That will cost. Oh. Okay. Okay. It wasn't as expensive as it said. All set. I think bro has dementia. Oh, what the fuck are you doing here? Right on, you got yourself some snow tires. You'll have no problem driving in snowy peaks now. I'll be heading to Fishing Town soon through the tunnel in Easton. There's something I could really use your help with. Good luck out there. Bro is stalking me. Have you easily delivered yet? Yeah. Fishing Town, Fishing Town. Oh, it wants me to buy the cooking pot too. Honestly, I'm good with just buying energy drinks, maybe. Yep. Average. Yep. Average person on the internet, I guess. Where does this want me to go? I mean, I guess I'll do it. Easy Bakery. I'm in Winton. Wait, yeah, no, wait, I'm not in Winton. I'm over here. I can't see the map, so I don't know where I am anymore. I guess I'll go to Winton. Oh wait, no, but I can't go... Can I? I don't know where I am. I don't know. I had to head to Lopton. But I don't know how to do that. Okay, that's a Winton over there. I guess I'll go over here, see what this shit is, cause there is a road over here. Let's see if I can do it. Can there be like music? I don't want to listen to the news. Okay, I guess I'm forced to listen to the news. I hate that the map doesn't follow you. I get that that's probably like a point, but oh my god. Oh, there we go, Lopton. Bro is going to Lopton. Oh. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad that song just came up. Okay, so then I turn left. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I'll get there anyway. No, the news! They came back. I don't want to listen to the news anymore. Get it away. Get it away from me. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you, you saved me from the news. Okay, that's a cafe. I think I need to buy more energy drink. So I will buy more energy drink. Here, come over here. Yay. I'm just gonna take my drink and get in. Okay, where's the bridge? Oh, so it's to the left of me. Oh, so it's here. Wait, but it's oh, the bakery is all the way over here. That's why I didn't fucking see it. I think bro has to get, like, a shovel or something. Huh? Have you spoken to Fortino, that sad guy, recently? Every time I see them, they run away and hide. Wait, why are they all the same person in different locations? Wait, is that why I look like Seb? That's kinda weird, bro. Deliver the package to Mountain Town. Like, I know it's not, like, you know, limitations. They're doing it on purpose, because that's why everyone's saying I look like Seb. Even though I have no idea who the fuck Seb is. Like, it's happening on purpose, but I don't know who, like... I don't know why it's like this. I'm trying to see why it's like this. Something weird is going on. I don't know what, but something weird is going on. Okay, there's the cabin. I mean, there's no cabin on this fucking map. I guess I just had to drive until I love this brake core. I guess I just had to drive until I get to a road sign. That's kind of what I've been doing if there's no map. That tells me, oh yeah, go here, idiot. You like brake core? I mean, are you listening to this brake core? Snowy Peaks to Munton to Winton. Okay, well, I need to go to Winton, so... Not fighting the allegations. Bro, they put brake core in this game. What do you mean? Are you listening to it? Meanwhile, I have to drive, like, through all this snow. I'm dying. I've never been in the snow, except that's a lie. I've only been in the snow, like, 3 times. I lived in Texas all my life. I know, sad. But... I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say. It's snowing a lot more now. You know... Maybe... corporation destroying our Earth is good. Because then, I get to experience snow. Oh wait, that's still Munton. Oh wait, I need to go to Munton. Are you technically Tex- Yeah, I am Tex-Mex. Yes. Where do you think Tex-Mex got the name from? It's called Tex-Mex because it's Texan Mexican food. Oh my god. To Winton. I kinda... Okay, you know what? This is like why I can't drive. Because I kinda zoned out. And then once there was a turn, like that's why I said, oh my god. That's why I can't drive. Because if there's a straightaway like that, I will zone out. That's why I haven't gotten my fucking license. I wouldn't trust you to ride a bicycle. Now that's just rude. I know how to ride a bicycle. I haven't done it in so long though. I think I'm better at riding a bicycle than I am driving a car though, just because... You know, I actually have to like move my feet. And so that kind of keeps me from zoning out. I have to go to Mountain Town, right? Yeah, okay. Tunnel to Mountain Town. I just was more riding a motorbike than driving one. Where's this tunnel? Why do I have to drive like this? I had to get out of my car so I can drink my energy drink. Yay. I don't know why I had to get out just to drink my energy drink, but you know what? I guess relatable. I don't know. I don't like eating or drinking anything in the car because I'm just afraid I'll get it everywhere. Okay, now where do I go? I go to Upton. But then I need to go to Fishing Village, but I don't know where Fishing Village is. Upton is here. There's only one thing you should drink while driving. Yeah, it's alcohol. Always drink and drive. It's good for you. It keeps your brain active. If you crash, it's your fault. Okay, let's see. Where'd I have to go? Oh, I have to buy this before I do anything. Okay, if there's one that goes to Snowy Peaks, whatever. Oh, it's west on to Snowy Peaks. Eh, whatever. I can do it. I know how this game works now. It feels like at the beginning of the stream I would have gotten lost, but the game's map is actually not that big, so I kind of memorized it now. Like, this is stop sign here, and then I just, yeah, and then, yeah. Yeah. And then I go here, yeah, see, I'm already going to Weston. See, it's easy. Besides driving- No! Get the news away from me! Besides drive- Oh, thank you. Okay, but what if I just, like, fall? I'm dead! Okay, I can't do that. Sorry, the intrusive thoughts took over. I had to know what happened. If I just, like, did that, I thought I could, like, just take a shortcut. I didn't think my car would explode when you tried to crash the game. No. I want to know if you can actually, like, take a shortcut like that. I think it'd be really funny, but whatever. Why does it keep switching from the news to, like, the music? It's like a news jump scare. Bro, it's gonna tell me, like, some political, like, shit that I don't want to hear. Or, like, you know, a horrific, like, serial murder case. And then it's just gonna switch back to the music. It's gonna be something like that. Okay, time. I will not zone out this time. Yeah, see, I told you I didn't zone out this time. This time I will zone out though. But I didn't zone out the other time. So, you know, out. Get back here. Get back here. I had to get back. Where's my truck? I crashed. Yay. It's so funny that you can just do that. You can just jump out of your truck for no reason. I don't know why they let you do this. And I keep doing it. Okay, so where is it? I go here and then it's there. It's funny to me though. Honestly, I don't know. Where was I going again? Easy Depot. Wait, can I throw away my cans? I want to see if I can throw them away. I can! Oh my god. This game is so innovative. I lurk, but I keep chat up. Okay. Where's the depot again? Oh, wait, before you go. Before you go. Why is it playing Pikmin? I changed that, whatever. Bar. Can I buy a drink? Yo, new delivery guy. I'm sick, so. Listen, I have an investment opportunity that'll knock your socks off. Just let me think of it. Bro, he's so cool. Also, I changed the Pikmin's thing. I don't know why it did that. Hang on. You're gonna see things that you shouldn't see. Just, I'm gonna have to, like, Men in Black you right now. There we go. And then... Oh wait, no, this should be different anyway. Yeah, it should be this. Sorry, that kinda annoyed me, so I will stop doing everything just to do this. Okay, there we go. finally caught a stream. Hello, Samboop. How's it going? Oh, and thanks for the boob. It's been a while. How you doing? Let me in. Good redeem? Yeah. Doing good? Nice. I couldn't find any flowers. Do you think a pile of dirt makes a good gift? You know what, buddy? Sure. Let me go buy an energy drink too. Yay! I don't know. I love the way my energy drink looks. Okay, and then where do I go? To Snowy Peaks. I have to go up all the way. Okay, well then I have to go backwards then, because that's just the fastest way. But yeah, it's been a while. When's your spring break? Because I know you're in college, I think, right? When's your spring break? Oh my god, I hate how fast you go sometimes. Upton. There are rabbits, apparently. It was this week? Oh, my spring break is next week. So then I can just focus on editing and streaming. Because that's funny, I think. Easy news. Oh my god. I almost died. No problem. That's what the song said. It said no problem. It's... I don't want to pronounce that. I don't know. It's no problem. Yeah, that's the artist. That's the song. Use it to get away from home. Now back. Well... Hi back. Hello back. I mean, all I've been doing... All I'm gonna use my spring break for is literally to edit. Because I want to edit something. And it's gonna be a big project. But I think it'll be worth it. But also, I've just been editing all the time anyway. So like, nothing will change. I guess that's the life of an editor, like... You don't choose it, it chooses you. And unfortunately, it chose me. So now I have to like, you know... I have to just do whatever it tells me. Editing chose you? Yup. It did. I mean, to be fair, I think I've gotten good at it. If it was when I started, I wasn't good at it. But now, I think I'm good at it, so... Yeah. Oh my god. I'm flying. No, these jump scare again. So I'm just chilling. I think I'm chilling at least. Where's the tunnel? There's the tunnel. Come here, tunnel. I will not zone out and die. Okay, I'm glad it stopped though. Delivered to Munton. I don't know where Munton is. I know where Winton is though. Actually, maybe it'll tell me where Munton is. I hate how it just makes you fly. Like, I'm slowing down, but I still fly. Because this cat weighs nothing. Oh, there's Munton. I will go to Munton. Look at me go to Munton. But yeah, I also changed my bonk redeem if you wanna see that. Yeah, there you go. Mukton. Someone did it. Where do I deliver this? Splat, yeah, splat. I added some other things. I pretty much changed every redeem to like have different sound effects or just something. So yeah. Like, every redeem is different. I want to add another redeem because,
There you go. Have a head pat.
oh yeah, that's the only thing that just stayed the same. I want to change, my other redeems to Lapton. Upper Munton. Wait, is that where I have to go? Upper Munton? It just said Munton. Oh wait, I almost have no energy. Winton Overwatch. I want to add another redeem so you can, change me to chibi form, because I have a chibi model. I forgot how to do it. Oh, there we go. I remembered how to do it. Yeah, see? That's me. But yeah. I can't look at anything. There we go, I can look at things. Chibi, yeah. It just kind of sucks because as you saw, I had to move myself. But other than that, it's okay. I just had to figure out how to, like, make it move me too. I'm going in circles. But also, it's not really telling me where to go. Like, I thought I was in Winton, but I guess I wasn't. So now I had to go back. Ouch. I need to stop pressing that button. Yeah, automating the redeem. Yeah. And then, I can also take off my nose. I can also take off my hat. I don't know if I want to give you, like, that power, though. That's a very dangerous power to give, especially the nose one. Scary power. Because I look so weird without my nose, I think. Okay, I'm getting close. But I mean, the nose looks normal, it's just like, you know, you're not used to it. And that's why. Yay, buddy! I don't know if you drank that. Okay, you didn't. Drink! Hurry up! Get in! And now where can I buy this? The depot in Snowy Peaks. Coffee is more cost efficient. Okay. I had to go to Snowy Peaks. Oh wait, there's a depot here, right? I mean, it's a Walmart. Might as well see. Why do I need duct tape? Energy drink, firewood, bird seed. Why do I need duct tape? Hey mate, welcome, I'm Theo. How have things been so far? Looks like you're doing great. The more time you spend with the locals, I'm sure the more they'll like you. Cheers. Okay. Thank you, I guess. I don't know where I am. I'm lost now. I had to go back. Oh, am I stuck here? I am. Okay, thank you. That was actually faster, thank you. Can I go down there? No. Snow moment. Yep, snow moment. My tailgate is open, but I don't care about that. There's nothing in there anyway. Why does this have to be in the snow? Why can't I don't know, be somewhere clean. Look at how much it makes me fly. I don't like it. I also just need to buy my fucking cooking pot. Uh-oh. Oh, that was making me drift and I didn't like that. This is so stressful. I had to pay attention. I don't want to pay attention while driving. I just want to deliver. I'm a typical Amazon delivery driver, see? I had to speed to make the deliveries. To Winton, to Lopton. Oh, I had to go to Lopton. Okay. I will go to Lopton. Just to buy cooking pot. Because I need to do this for some reason. Fuck you. Thanks, bye. Who else likes breakcore in here? Who else breaking their core? Oh wait, you have a sub? Wait, when did you get a sub? Wait, did someone gift you a sub? I don't remember you ever subbing. I remember there was a lot of gift subs on my debut stream though. Oh yeah, I think someone gifted you? Okay. It was probably in my re-debut stream then. I remember there's a lot of subs there. Okay, that's the cafe. I need to go to the depot. Oh, there's the depot. I found it. Get me in. Give me this shit. Sigh, I saw Ellie today. Maybe I'll say hello soon. Give me 17 months or so. What if you don't instantly fall in love forever? You should say hello for me. I'll just be here. I don't think I want to do that. How do I leave? I can't leave with this. Okay, I had to put it away. What else? Away without internet? Yeah. I can't leave with the cooking pot with me. Oh wait, I should buy coffee. I was gonna buy an energy drink, but then I was like, wait, I have this. I should buy coffee. I saw Elliot, so yeah, whatever. I will buy another coffee. Can I buy another coffee? Thank you. Bye. Where's my truck? I don't remember. There we go. Okay, but now where'd I have to go? Purchase snow tires. I already did that. And then meet MK in Fishing Town. The tunnel was east of Mountain Town. Okay, so I had to go to Mountain Town. Oh. Speaking of Mountain Town, I guess I'll just do that, huh? Wait, what will this? Where is this? That's in Lopton. I'm not in Lopton. I'm in... Where am I? Wait, am I in Lopton? Fuck it. Oh wait, no, because the cafe is... Oh wait, no, it's not. I saw the cafe though, it was over here. I'm pretty sure it was over here. Is this a game, a horror game, or a normal delivery game? Breaking my core right now. I think it seems normal and then weird things happen. But right now it's kind of chill. Fancy seeing you here. I heard we had a different delivery driver, but I didn't know you'd be so handsome. You can call me Fit, or call me the love of your life. It's really your choice. What the hell? These boxes will not make it. I hope you know. Okay. Deliver the package to Mountain Town. I had to go to Winton. WK truck. Someone else said the same thing. But I don't know cars, so I don't know what this is. I don't know vehicles. See, I told you. I told you they were not making it. As long as one makes it, it's fine. Cause if one makes it, it all makes it. That's all that matters. It's becoming nighttime. I'm getting scared. And I don't know where I'm going. I just be driving, bruh. The tiny truck for the Japanese market, pretty much. I see. Oh, that's why I'm driving on the right side. I thought I was driving on the right side because British. I thought like a British person made this game. And then where is it? Winton. So Munton to Winton. Okay, I will go over here. See, I don't know anything about vehicles except like the basic shit, so don't expect me to know anything about cars. I just know like Camaro, Mustang, Ferrari, Hyundai, you know, like shit like that, Ford. That's all I know. I just wanted to play this because it was chill. It's chill, but also... like, everything in the Steam review said, like... well, I did not expect, you know, this thing to happen, so... I guess we'll see. I could be a nerd about cars. You know, you would expect me to know a lot about cars, because I love racing games, and I'm good at racing games. But I don't. I really don't. Winton. I know nothing. I'm just good at driving virtual machines. I don't know what to say. I wonder what part of the world we're in. What part of the world snows this fucking much? Tunnel to Mountain Town. Where'd I go? Through the package to Mountain Town. Okay. You need to know car. No need to know car to do good? Yeah. I guess. You know, that's why NASCAR drivers and professional race car drivers have a pit crew. Because they probably don't know shit about cars either. They just know how to drive it. So yeah. Take that. True. And then where do I go? Head to Weston. Wait, but where's my goal? Me, MK, and Fishing Town to tunnels east of Mountain Town. Wait, so then that's an Easton, because this is all Mountain Town. So then I had to go to Easton. Okay, whatever. I'll head to Weston. I'll play your games. Oh wait, no, I need to... how do I cook? I guess I need to go to a cabin to cook, so oh, so you still need energy drinks then. I thought I could just do it anywhere. I thought it was like a magical pot or something, I don't know. Give me... let her cook, I need to cook. This game is so pretty though. I love the lighting. It's so atmospheric. We need to cook. We do need to cook. What the hell? I don't know where I'm going. Like I said, I just be doing shit, but I don't know what the shit I'm doing is. It's just shit. Okay, also I realized I can only multi-stream to 2 platforms because, or like 3 at most, because I think when I streamed yesterday to like 4 or 5 platforms, it was really bad. But also, I don't really care about not streaming on YouTube anyway because my YouTube channels are both low. So yeah, and I would only do vertical streams because that's like the thing that gets me the most reach for some reason. But YouTube hates me, so whatever. Funny internet, yeah. No, it's not the internet, it's my computer resources because I use Stream Elements and that uses your CPU. Or GPU, whatever you set OBS to. But yeah. My internet can handle it fine, it's my computer. Like, you should have seen what happened when I tried to play Marvel Rivals when I was streaming to 3 platforms. Oh my god, the frame rate was at a constant 40 FPS. I could not play that shit. It was so bad. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, you did miss that. It was after I beat RE9 though, so I don't know if you, like, were gonna be there anyway, cause spoilers. But, you know, maybe you don't care about spoilers. Okay, that's Factory. Oh yeah. Who cares about spoilers anymore anyway? You're gonna see them, you're gonna get flashbanged by spoilers on Twitter anyway, so who even cares? I'm surprised it didn't happen to me with RE9 though. Like, I actually got lucky. I started seeing spoilers after I beat the game. So I was just like, oh, okay. Whatever, I guess. This is cool for me. See, I told you, you don't need all of it. Horror games are games for to watch rather than play. I see. I like playing them because they're fun. But I liked RE9, so whatever. Okay, where's the fishing town? It said east, so I'm guessing I go to Easton. But I don't know where the thing is. I know the fishing town. Okay, I found it. Let me in. I need a fish. Wait, actually, I should have checked if I had a job that goes to fishing town. No. Yeah, no. East ton to west ton, a ton to west. Yeah, no. Okay. I'll just go to the fishing village then. I know about fuel. Wait, what? Fuel? Delivery drivers at Easyco are responsible for maintaining their assigned Easyco delivery vehicle fuel. I have fuel now? It's not just energy? Bruh. Why would you add this? I'd go into the fishing village, fuck you. Do they allow laughing in Hawaii or just aloha? Aloha, haha. Hello, also hello, hello. Enter fishing town. What does this dog want from me? Apparently, this used to be a bustling fishing village before EasyCo took over the hydro dam. They blocked off the whole area for everyone but employees and locals. It's probably killed every business here besides the ones owned by EasyCo. I actually need your help to infiltrate the dam. There's some supplies there that we'll need. To get your truck past the security gate, you'll need to reactivate all local radio stations. It seems to be a strange failsafe implemented by EasyCo. I recommend buying yourself a cooking pot while you're at it. I'll make the trip to the other side first. I'll be waiting for you. Good luck out there. I have a cooking pot. Look, it's right here. Can I cook? Can I... I can't cook. Okay, bye. Wait, what's over here? Do I still get frozen? I do. Damn. There's only 3 of them I need. Okay, that'll be easy. I think I can make deliveries while doing it. I have low energy. Give me my energy drink. You know, you would think I'm on energy drinks or like something, but no, I just get this hyper and I don't know why. Won't let you cook. Game is comfy. Game is kinda comfy. I'm just waiting for something to happen. Cause I kinda know that something, I think something happens, but at the same time, I don't know. Oh, what the fuck? I don't know. I have no fuel. Can I buy gas? I have $70. I'm gonna go over here to this radio station and go to the gas station. I will obey traffic laws though, cause I'm a good person. I'm not a Texas driver. I'm not a Texas driver. I swear. Feeling this economy. Wait, where's the tower? Is it there? Oh, it is there. Oh, I had to burn this. Okay, I was confused. I'm dead. Why am I getting frozen? There's fire here. I shouldn't be frozen. Okay, yeah, not frozen. This game has physics, yeah. You should have seen it. I wanted to, like, test it, so I fell off a cliff, and then yeah, that wasn't a good idea. I play sports, I can help you with mechanics that don't make sense. Okay. I'll probably say, like, hey, chat, if I want help. But, right now, I think I'm doing okay. Will the lighter help? It doesn't help. I'm gonna die. Can I help as I said? Yeah. I think this is a bad idea. This does not keep me warm. Yeah, this is a... Oh, never mind. It was a good idea. I can maybe help, but I don't know if I can be bothered. Okay. Help. I want to go to the radio tower. Help. I can't go in. Okay. That was easy. Can I fall off the cliff now so I don't die? I hope I don't die. Uh-oh. Roll down. I want to. Wait. That's why it seemed so weird, because the ladder, like, oh my god. That's kind of funny. Okay. Froze to death getting up there when I did it. I barely made it. Okay, it's over here. I need gas. I almost have none. Can I push my car if I run out of gas? That's probably a bad idea. How do I buy gas? I guess I have to go in there and I can't, like, just feel it. Yeah, okay. Hello. Welcome to Easy Fuel, I'm Gus. You sell gas and your name is Gus. Okay, I only sell fuel. Have a terrible day. What the fuck? Now go away. He took almost all my money. Do I have gas still? I do. Prepaid gas only. I love Gus, he's a jerk. Sending fuel, but yeah. Apparently. I gotta do some jobs then. Let's see, I'm in... Where am I? I'm in Easton, right? I'll go Easton to Weston. Just to get some money. And I need to go to Easy Mart. Oh, it's right here. Because he took, like, all my money. What is this world coming to? I think I dropped the feminist literature I was just reading. Any chance you've seen it around? This guy is such an incel. I hate him. I actually hate him. Where do I go? Let's see, I'm here, I go over here. Maybe the truck has a big fuel tank? I don't think so. Bro, he can't talk to women. He reads feminist like, bro, that's 2 red flags. Where do I drop this up? Oh, up there, okay. And then where's the cell tower? Wait, I thought there was one, like, closer. Cause I've seen that one a lot. Oh, is it like... Okay, I think I know where it is. I think it's in Snowy Peaks, right? The last radio tower. Not even a specific, but just feminist literature, yeah. Oh, he's so cringe. I guess I'll just make deliveries in the meantime so I get some money. Cause that guy just took all my money. Is it like mostly more money every time? Like if I had less money, would it have been less? I'm assuming. I'm assuming he just wants to rob you. I'm in Weston and I need to go to Upton, so... The only feminist in the track is the back. Okay. I will go Weston to Upton. Pick up from Easy Bakery. Where was that again? God, I hate that it doesn't like map out where the shops are, cause that's when I don't remember. I think it's down there though. I think the bakery's down there. W literature. Oh, there's the bakery. It's right there, okay. I didn't see it. You know, I always find myself in need of some dirt, and I can never find any. Then one day it just started showing up, like dirt from heaven. Bro likes dirt. Box in the road, yeah. That's where I leave my shit. Oh, my tailgate was open, I didn't see that. Goodbye, box. I can make it. I can make it. I have no energy, I can't make it. I can make it. Okay. How many energy drinks do I have? Oh, this is bad. Okay, wait. I can buy one. It was like over here, I think. There was one over here, I think. I remember. I thought I had shit, but I didn't. Let me in. Bro, that guy just took all my fucking money. It kinda sucked. I hate him. I was rich, and then he just took all my money, and now I have nothing. Do you sleep in this game or live out the energy? I live out of energy drinks and coffee. You can't sleep in this game. Me IRL Larry moment? Yeah. It is a Larry moment. I had to go to Upton, but there's radio tower on the way. And I think the last radio tower is in Snowy Peaks. So I had to go to Snowy Peaks. And actually, going to Snowy Peaks will give me the most money. So I think this is good. I think it's very good, maybe. We'll see. We'll see if anything bad happens. Something bad probably will happen. What the fuck was that? Did you hear that? It was just like a loud pop. What was that? Okay, whatever. I'm assuming... Don't tell Larry I said this, but I have Baki up on the other monitor, and the way the characters are animated pisses me off. What do you mean? That's just how they're animated. It's kind of like JoJo animation, but I don't know. More weird, I guess. Wait, this one seems easy. Why is this one the easiest one? Yeah, whatever, bye. Your JoJo animation pissing me off too. I think you'll like part 4 or part 5 animation. Because part 3 is when everyone's super fucking buff for no reason. And then in part 4, that's when they start getting a little bit more fruitier. And it like, the animation's also more smooth. And in part 5 especially is when the animation just like, it's so good. Part 6 was kind of a slideshow, which I hated. And then part 7 looks like a slideshow too, which I hate, so whatever. You know what? Whatever. I mean, there were some good animated moments in part 6, but, you know. Whatever. I like part 3, but the design's a very giant rectangular muscle man. Yeah. That's like one of my only problems. Actually, I have a lot of problems with part 3. It's not my favorite part, obviously, but, I don't know. I think part 3 has a lot more problems than people are willing to admit. I had to go to Weston. Wait, why is one worth more if they're both Weston to whatever? Jotaro's also kinda, I love him, but he's not a good, and yeah. I think that's why I also like part 4 way more than part 3. Like, I love Killer Queen. I love Josuke. I love, like, all his interactions with the townsfolk. I don't know. Like, the highlights of part 3 aren't Jotaro, it's other characters. It's Dio, like, Kakyoin, Joseph especially, and, like, Polnareff. Jotaro, like, barely does anything notable. Where'd I had to go? I had to go to Winton. Part 1 is weird, yeah. Part 1's weird because the pacing is... It starts slow and then it just like picks up randomly. And then it's slow again for like a little bit, and then the pacing just picks up again just really fast randomly. Like, you won't expect it to pick up. I think that's why part 2 is better, because it's also paced way better. Aside from also having, like, a better story. Winton. I don't know where Winton is. Oh, I did the same mistake again. I don't know why I keep thinking I can go here. I just do, though. Oh, wait. Can I go there? Oh, wait. I don't remember this part of the road. I need to follow the red lights. Yeah, these red lights. My opinion, jump into whatever part looks most appealing. Yeah. Honestly, just do that. Because most of the parts are disconnected from each other anyway. I go over here. Wait, where'd I go? Oh, I was supposed to turn left, like, on the bridge. Okay. I see now. Sorry, I'm getting into that part where I'm just like, I'm getting tired, so now I'm gonna get lost a lot more. You're gonna see this. What if I just, like, throw myself off a cliff? Again. Okay, this is the bridge. Okay, and I turn left. Somewhere. I turn left here. Tunnel to mountain. Yeah, I go to this tunnel. Wait, also, where's the tower? Oh. It's in Lopton. I had to go to Lopton. Watching stuff alone sucks too. It depends on what you're watching, in my opinion. Cause some stuff, yes, some stuff, no. Some stuff is way better to watch alone. Oh, that's in Weston. I don't feel comfortable unless I had 2 energy drinks. I'm sorry. I was kind of just driving around doing nothing, but I didn't realize I needed the thing here. Even movies I love already shows. Well, someone's DMing me and I don't know why. I'm so popular. Sometimes I'm so popular, other days not really. But yeah, I didn't realize I accepted delivery here. Oh, that kind of fucked me up. Huh. That ruined my entire plan. I mean, not really. I can still, like, go to Snowy Peaks and then accept a delivery to Lopton. But, like, bruh. Turn right really suddenly. I already did that. You missed it. Actually, you were there. What do you mean? I can't do that again. It's not funny the second time. It's only funny the first time, like this. I didn't die. Wait, so I can't do this. What the hell? Oh, but I think that was bad, because I think I'm in Easton now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but see, I can only do it sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes it's funny. But if I keep doing it, then it's not funny, it just turns to being annoying. You should really learn about this in comedy class. I know about comedy class because I'm a clown. They teach you this in Comedy 101. It's like the rule of threes or something. It's only funny the first 3 times, and then after that, it's not really funny. But even then, it's still not funny, like, after the first time. So, you know. You should really learn how to be funny. I don't know how to be funny. Say a joke now, not funny. What do you mean? I'm funny sometimes. I can't tell a joke, but I can do funny things. Like, look, if I got a gun, I would shoot this guy. I just had the most beautiful days. I feel things I never felt before, like a flutter of elephants in my heart. Elephants are the pretty bugs with the colorful wings, right? That's not funny. What the hell? The boxes are dead. As they should be. Okay, and now I'm just gonna, like, I don't know. I'm gonna be a woman driver, I think. I'm not gonna slow down. I don't care if there's a sharp turn, I will not slow down. I will see what happens. Do you lose fuel if you crash? Well, whatever. It doesn't matter now. I will keep holding the gas pedal. I don't care. You know, I'm kind of doing good doing this. I mean, not really, but it's faster, I guess. Look at how faster it is. I'm so cool. I can do things. I can drive. Only sometimes, though. Why did those birds land in front of me just to, like, you know, fuck off right after? Oh, this is where, yep. I got tested there. I'm still holding the gas pedal, but I also broke. So I didn't cheat, actually. But, you know, I just have to be going, like, at max speed at all times. See, I landed. I'm so cool. It's like I'm playing Mario Kart. I crashed. Okay. Well, I had to stop now. Fuck off! The box will still fall, but I will still have 3. Comedy. It is comedy, that's fucked up. Hi Kuja, how's it going? Well, driving. Where do I have to go? All the way up there, I had to go to Monton. Bro, just say mountain. Don't say Monton. I don't care about Monton, I care about mountain. What the fuck? Okay, now to be fair, I had to slow down here. I tried to drive fast, but I kept trying to hit the brake to slide and then driving out of my truck because yeah. So okay, I have like 2 buttons on like under my controller. For I don't know why, but Steam bound one of them to the A button, even though I never like told it to do that. And so sometimes when I'm like trying to press a button just to like stim, this will happen. And yeah. And now I'm dead. Exactly that. Wait, why did it land in here and then what the hell? Why did that happen? The boxes were in my car and then they weren't. Okay, well, bye. I had to go to Lapton. And there's Lapton. But yeah, it's really stupid. I don't know why it's like this. I'm in Lapton, I think. Where'd I go? Here. I go over here. This is the short way, I think. Damn, why is this game chill? This game is chill except when it isn't, I guess. I'm waiting for something bad to happen. I still think something bad will happen. This game seems way too chill for, you know, nothing bad to happen. Give me my money! Okay, I have a lot of money now. I'm glad. Okay, so I had to go back to go to the tower. I mean, I guess I can't see the map though. I don't know if I actually do. Can I go from Lockton to somewhere? I'll go Lockton to Monton. Pizza! I want pizza. Okay, I guess I don't. I can just loop around. And I'll have to go back anyway, so yeah, whatever. I'll just do this. How many energy drinks do I have? None. Okay, this is good. Go away, cans. I need to buy 2 energy drinks because I can't make coffee. Give me this. And then give me this. Yay. I love your character, by the way. They're so cute. Just the way he bounces and then like holds things. It's so cute to me. I love him. I hope nothing bad happens to him. I mean, I already died once and I was in the back rooms and I didn't really understand it, but you know. Whatever, I guess. Oh, the characters are very cute. Yeah, they are. I love the dog too. I don't know why he's trying to break in somewhere, but I guess I'll learn after I get this radio tower. We'll see what happens. Oh wait, can I make coffee here? No! Okay, I guess I had to go to their log cabin specifically. Snowy Peaks radio tower, okay. Let's go! This song sounds very Half-Life, by the way. That cabin also doesn't have lights on. Wait, is that the... No. Hang on. Do I just need to keep going in circles? And I make it? The cabins are confusing me. I feel like... I'm here and I heard Bucky slander. It's all good though. Hello, Leru. Yeah, Enox was slandering your favorite show. And I'm gonna litter. I littered. Why is like all the songs in this just breakcore? I mean, I'm not complaining, but it's really funny. It's so chill. I'm so chill right now. You have no idea how chill I am. Let me in! Warmth. I don't need warmth. I can make it. Look. I'm making it right now. I don't need warmth. Okay, you know what? Maybe I need warmth. No. No. I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it. Oh, I very much need it. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna die. Hello, I am dead now. I was like, yeah, it's ugly, so what? They're fighting in call. Damn. Why you gotta fight all the time? I'm dead. This is what happens. When you die, you get sent to the back rooms. And then you just have to figure your way out, and then if you do, you like revive. You get reincarnated as something else. I don't know what though. Oh. Hello. What the hell? What happened to me? I mean, you guys fight all the time too? Yeah. I guess. But you guys have been fighting a lot more now. People die when they're killed. They do. No, you get sent to the back rooms when you die. There's no bridge here. Am I going backwards? I'm going backwards. I'm so good at driving. I hate that I don't know like where it respawns you, so I just like... I get so confused. Backrooms, is that like heaven? Yeah, backrooms... No, backrooms is purgatory. Didn't they teach you anything in Bible school? I remember being taught that the backrooms was purgatory. That's what I was taught. I'm sorry if your religion is wrong, but you know what? That's what I was taught. And then heaven is like that one level in Mario where you just like have a bunch of you just like jump on a P switch and then you just have like a bunch of money everywhere. Yeah. And then Hell is playing Hell is like playing fuck what I want to slander. Hell, Hell is like playing Metal Gear Solid. There, Larry, I'm on your side. They tell me that you can't cut your hair and eat Jesus. Wait, how do I get up here then? Warmth. Make sure your energy isn't too low before venturing into the cold. Holding a ladder will slow down for— oh, campfires provide a great— okay. So, it's because I don't have a lot of energy. Okay, so then let me do this. And get warm. Okay, and then let me get out my lighter. Okay, so me holding out my lighter was, like, good. But also, like, I don't think I can make it. I think I need tea. But I don't know how to brew things. Because I think I need to go to his cabin. I had the cooking pot, but, like, I don't know how to do it. Will I make it farther? Oh no, I don't think I need tea, I think. Hang on. Oh, I made it. Well, I'm fucked. Hopefully I can just respawn and it doesn't matter. But I think I'm fucked now. Wait, is it going away? Oh, it's going away. Little by little, it's going away. Okay, this is fine. Why is this radio tower playing breakcore, bruh? Who is this? Who fucking, like, takes care of it? Who pans this radio tower? They have good taste. Let me out! Let me out! I wish I lived here. I hate the cold. I don't wish I live here. What kind of delivery driver goes to a town, like a small town in the cold, starts living there, doesn't bring, like, a heavy jacket? What is wrong with them? The only reason I had to do this is because of that. Okay. I wish I also lived here. Unfortunately, I don't remember where the road was. Okay, there we go. I remembered where the road was. Yeah, now for the breakcore. I love the breakcore. Oh my god, this is like the most breakcore song in that I've heard in this game so far. This is stereotypical breakcore. Oh my god. I love breakcore. Play more breakcore right now. Oh wait, Fuki, do you also like my truck? The two people who are really into vehicles said they like my truck, so now you have to say it too. Larry, what's wrong? What do you want? Hey, when you see old, Tui again, give him a dead-eyed stare for me, would you? Okay. I'm breakcoring? Yeah. You need to see it properly? There you go. It's a... I knew it. Bro, all the vehicle nerds had just said right now, I love this truck. Is it breakcore or is it more like jungle? I think it's supposed to be breakcore. But jungle is more relaxed, right? But, you know, I don't know. Where'd I go? I go to Montana. Because like a Sojourner jungle, so it makes sense, yeah. On his Grand 700K truck on a racetrack blasting Uma music. Bruh. Where do I go? I go to Upper Montan, right? Oh, wait. Oh, is it like that? Okay, so then yeah, I go here. Okay. I know how to read maps, only sometimes. Winton Overwatch. I will pronounce the O like this every single time. I have been. I won't say Winton, I will say Winton. It's funnier to me. Oh, what the fuck. I'm lost now. I'm going backwards now. I know I am. I had to deliver these pizzas in the fucking cold. Wait, am I going backwards? Okay, I am. Everything looks the same, I just get lost so easily. And also, yeah. And also this. That makes it also more difficult. And also, I'm tired. I'm gonna give myself excuses. Okay, if it's a straightaway, fuck. Like, man, going in the direction of the objective? Me too. Oh yeah, I am going backwards. Wait, I was right the first time. It's just the snow. I think I can't go on it, but I think I can now because I have snow tires. Yeah, and then I go here. But then there's a snow. But I think I can go here. And I think it's different. Yeah, it is. That's why I got confused. I'm also running out of fuel, and that guy is gonna rob me again. I know he is. Oh, the pizza fell off! Oh well. He only wanted one, right? He only needed one, right? Just remember, if your delivery is ever wrong, this is what happened. This is literally what happened. Wait, why is that shit in the middle of nowhere? I just realized. Why is it in the middle of nowhere? It's behind this building, just somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Cause like, this is where the buildings are. But that's where the road ends. Oh my god, bro. Who the fuck is living out here? Oh yeah, it's telling me, okay. How do I get... Oh, what the fuck? Why didn't it respawn me? I was where I needed to be. Bruh. Do I just like say fuck this guy and his pizza and then leave? You're my Grubhub driver? Yeah. Ouch. I did it again. I stimmed. I can't stim or else I die. I don't know why I got respawned. I was going where I was supposed to. Fuck, I had no energy. Oh, I might be fucked. I thought I bought 2 cans of energy drinks. Why you here pick up the pizza you dropped? No. It doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. You still get the same amount of pay if you give them because it's magic. Like, if I take out the pizza, you'll see that I have all the pizza boxes for some reason. I got lucky. Wait, what? Am I gonna die? Okay. I was like, why is it killing me so quickly? Okay, I guess if I go here, it's fine. Cause I still had to do this. Yeah, okay. Wait, is it there? Oh, it is there. At the porn shop. Here you go, buddy. Yay. Okay, and now... anything? Why does it want me to go to Fishing Town? No. I want to go to Mountain Town. Okay, nothing will take me there. I will go to Winton. Where the lights at? I don't fucking know, bro. That's what I'm asking myself every single day. Tailgate open, I know, but there's nothing there, so it doesn't matter. It only matters if I have shit in the back. And I don't. What the hell? Bro, just shut up and listen to the breakcore. Why? Uptown. I wanna go uptown to... yeah. Yeah. I'm breaking my course so hard right now. It's at the flowers, right? Yeah, this is the flower. And then I need to buy gas. Greetings, I have feelings. Several of them. This is new to me. I feel happy about this. Do you have feelings? I will be your feelings. I don't think I want that, buddy. Just give me your potted pants. Most of them will fall anyway, dude. It doesn't matter. Later, I'm literally you. Cause I live off this shit. I'm literally you. Weston. Easton. Where am I going? I'm going to Easton. I also need to get gas there. I'm parched to coffee, but Monster 2 can't hurt. Is that coffee? It's energy drink. But I can also brew coffee, and coffee is, like, better than energy drink. But I had the cooking pot, but I haven't been allowed to brew coffee, and I don't know why. I even bought, like, coffee stuff. I think I need water or something, but I don't know. It's so dark now. Then it's me as I'm in my second monster today. Damn, bruh. Everyone drinks so many energy drinks, and then there's me, and my only intake of sugar is soda. I'm so cool, I think. Oh my god. I'm living life on hard mode. I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. And I don't drink energy drinks. Can I turn on my lights? How do I turn on my lights? Controls. Lights X. Whoa! I didn't know that. Energy drink, just soda with more caffeine, I guess. Let's see. Probably don't start any of those. I mean, I probably won't. But yeah. Wait, I can move the map! Oh my god, this is game changing! You do not start then quit. True. Okay, and then after this, okay. I just go to gas station. And then I deliver that there. I was wondering where my lights went also. I didn't know I could turn them on and off. Wait, am I still not in Easton? Oh no, I'm not. I thought it was there and I was like, wait a minute, where's the turn to the gas station? Just so this guy can rob me again. But it's here. You know, I'm gonna do it now just so he doesn't rob me of all the money I'm about to get. I think that's the smartest thing. Whatever they're paying you, I'll pay you slightly less to go away. That'll be, yeah. What? Your tank will be partially filled for... Now go away. See, I told you, he took all my fucking money. That was still... Bro. That was still all of it. Am I delivering this too? Just this time? It's there. See, I told you. I'm so glad I did that. So now I have like $30 just to myself. All he does is rob me. He hates me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going the wrong way. Oh, wait, no, this is the right way, right? Yeah, okay. I just saw that sign. I was like, oh shit, I gotta turn. But no, I don't. It's over here. Wee. Is he in the house? Where is he? Open. I will go to my goal. What do I do now? I think he will tell me, maybe. Hopefully. It's good to see you here. I need you to get the supplies from the dam, but it's guarded by more gates. Not as big as this one, though. Seems like with enough force you could smash through them. Read at the Easy Auto here will set you up. Bumper bar, they'll still make you pay, it's not their fault. You'll probably need to take some more delivery jobs. In the meantime, I'll figure out a way to get this gate open permanently. You're stuck on this side for now. It's not all bad, there used to be some great spots for ice fishing. I think Fortino has a fishing rod on sale at the depot. I wonder if fish are still biting. Good luck out there. Okay, it's good to see you, buddy. I need $99. Oh, and I need to do this. Purchase a fishing rod from the depot in Fishing Town. Intercity deliveries are a stronger source of income. Okay, well... Smallton and Danton. Danton and Clifton. I will do Danton and Clifton. Am I in Clifton? No, but I need to go there anyway. Wait, where am I then? I'll start the job, but I don't know where I am. Is this me? No. Pick up there. Deal. I don't know where I am. Where are you? I think I'm here. Oh, so I have to go. Okay. I see. I see now what I do. I need so much money. I don't have money. I'm poor because that guy robbed me of my life savings. What the fuck? I didn't deserve this. I don't deserve this. I don't know why he would do that. Where do I need to go? I need to go to Dampton. So I will go over here. Because I need to go to Dampton. I will go to Dampton. Yeah, look at me. I can drive, look at me. Why are the cabins on the road if I can't go in them? I should be able to break into people's houses. You know? I should be able to do that. Dampton. But yeah, look at me. You should be able to break core into people's houses? True. Wait, this... the name of this song is K Thanks Bye, but it's K with, like, the car. Wait, that's kinda cute. Boogie, you should download the song and then just, like, play it all the time. When you're driving a K-truck. If any of you have a K-truck, you need to download this song and just blast it. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just gonna hope that this is the way. Because I need to go to the bakery. Oh wait, do I have to go to lower? I'll go lower. I think this is lower. I can't see anything, the snow. Like, I don't know what building this is. Can I enter these buildings? No. It snooed. It did snoo. It's snooing right now. Oh, wait, I can enter this? Wait, never mind. Oh, that's a cafe. Wait, can I buy something? Fancy you here. You can deliver my package any day if you know what I mean. Get it? Because you're a delivery driver? Like watching you walk away. Okay. Oh, coffee. Here you go. Chat, is this Riz? She's weird. Okay, I'm either here or I'm either there. I don't know which one. I'm gonna bank on something though. Okay, and then I'm turning. Okay. I'm somewhere. I might be in none of those places. I actually can't tell where anything is. I don't know where anything is. I'm just gonna hope. I gotta hope it's over here. Even though I think I already did this. But I'm gonna hope. I just wish I knew where I was. Wait, am I here? Oh my god. I think I am there, like on that corner. I think I need to go to Lower Danton. And then that's where everything is. Because for some reason, nothing's up there. Oh, yep, here's everything. I knew it. Wee. Do you mind? Yeah, acting my keyboard for non-emergency reasons. Good for you. Okay, and now I need to go to Clifton. Wherever that is. Don't say it like that. What do you mean? Leaving Danton to Clifton. I will now go to Clifton. Look at me going to Clifton. All the boxes are falling, but it doesn't matter. It's so fucking snowy. And I don't like it. You know, I'm kind of glad there aren't any other cars, because if there were, this game would be so much harder. Because I do not like driving with other vehicles. I will crash into them. You have no idea what I would do. Have you seen me drive in Cyberpunk? I will crash into other cars on purpose. I will do that. Look, DM, don't talk too much. Okay. Ouch. I stimmed. Stimming is bad. This game is anti-stim. I be doing shit, bruh. I be driving. Wait, what did that say? To Smalton. And what did that say? Oh, I'm not dead. I'm dead. I don't know where I am now. Oh, I'm just here, okay. Are there like Mario Kart checkpoints? At like every crossroad or something. Not every crossroad, but you know. Um. I'm guessing I go over here. Yeah, okay. This seems right. That's... yeah. Okay, yeah. I found it. I know how to do things. Bro, who are you? Why do you want this shit? How much money do I need? I need like $50. I could do that. Just for like easy $2. And then I'll do other things. Where's the porn shop again? It was like somewhere here. It was like when I entered, right? It was here? Yes, okay. I remember. I remember things. I've done my own research on these deliveries and they have determined that they definitely contain something suspicious, like cardboard. Okay. And delivered it to Clifton. Wait, is that's behind me. I swear it's the same guy. Who also wants this. It is. Oh wait, no, it's his neighbor. He could have walked, you know. He didn't have to do that. I will do this. It'll give me... No, I'll do this one. Cause it's only $8. I need to do the easy jobs. Cause this place sucks. Hey mate, I like to start my day with a simple 17-kilometer jog followed by 3 hours of meditation. You should try it sometime. No, bro. I hate you. Why are you giving me these fucking boxes? And then where do I go? To Smalton. Okay, I can do that. I think. I don't remember where anything is. I think I have to turn here. Goodbye, all boxes. I only need one. Cause then they all appear, it doesn't matter. The Smalton. 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 I don't know where I'm going. It's so fucking snowy, I can't tell where anything is. Smalton. Yeah. Whatever. Bro, I actually don't know where I'm going. Like, I can't see in front of me. I don't remember how anything looks. I already forgot the other map. So yeah. Basically, I'm going good, you know? I'm doing good. I need energy soon. I mean, I can just buy coffee at the cafe. The cafe isn't that far from here, I think. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, the gas station is all... bruh. Why is the gas station all the way up there? They really want you to work hard just to go there. Here you go, have your boxes. Give me my money. Yay, 6, 7. I gotta go back, bruh. Now I'm gonna die. 6, 7. I always forget I can stick my tongue out. Oh wait, that's a gas station. I don't want to get gas. Where am I going to Clifton? I should have maybe got a job, but whatever. I need to buy this quick. The number, it's staring at me. It's staring at me like the Green Goblin mask. I need to get it. No. I need to spend money. I'm being haunted. It's burning into my retina. I need to hurry up. Bro, the road signs also just don't tell you where anything is. I think I go here. Why is my coffee already out? Give me this, and I will litter in front of you. Oh? Seth spoke so much more than you do. You're not really a talker. Also remind me, I have to remember to tell you something. I've forgotten already. Sorry, who are you again? Give me this. Seth spoke, yep. Bumper bars, these will let you smash through things. That will cost you, what? Sorry, you don't have the funds. Wait, oh, the fishing rod. Oh. I see. I have to do this one. Oh wait, no, I can do this one. Okay, well now I gotta go to Danton. And then when I get there, I'm gonna order coffee. Good night, Leru. What time is it? Oh. It's already pretty late, huh? I don't know why I accelerated. I'm stupid. Bro, going to Danton fucking sucks because, like, of how swervy the road is, and then you can't see. It blocks you so much. I thought it was supposed to be an easy delivering game. Not whatever this is. It's the name of the game is Easy Delivery Co. It should be easy. I'm so stressed out. Oh, damn. I see trigger word. I must go. I have to get the other trigger word off my screen immediately, or else bad things will happen. You have no idea what could happen. I'm telling you, it'll be like Armageddon. It'll be like the Rapture. It's the end of the world if I don't get this shit off my screen immediately. Go on, go. Do you mind? Why is she just being rude to me now? Sorry, I'm gonna go to Upper Denton so I can get coffee. How is this K-truck, like, surviving everything? How is it? Is this the power of K-truck that I didn't know about? Is this what I've been missing my entire life? Where's the cafe in the dark? There it is. Yeah. Fantasying you here every once in a while, I wonder whether I should be flirting with everyone I meet. But then I remember everyone I meet is incredibly attractive. Okay. Love watching you walk away. Why is she like this? Why is she like this? I have no idea why she's like this, but let's go Smalton. I don't see a sign. I see a sign. Thank you, God. You showed me the way. I'll just turn here and hope for the best. Leaving Denton, yes. Oh, Smalton. Yes. Thank you. I don't think I've been to Smalton already. What the hell? Denton, Smalton. Thank you, Smalton. I love you, Smalton. What the hell? Wait, I can't do this. Oh, I need to go the other. I need to go to Clifton and then Smallton. Brother. No wonder. Why are you throwing shit at me? Get away. I don't need this. This abuse. Sorry, my laptop fucking refreshed for no reason again. It scared me. I don't know why it does this. It just does. Laptop, yeah. My laptop. It did that. Actually, it's worse than a laptop. It's a MacBook. Maybe that's why it's refreshing. Apple product. It was free with my iPhone. Don't blame me for playing the system. Shit product. No, don't blame me for playing the system. Bro, this barely does anything. What's even the point? Shit, customer. That's where you're wrong, buddy. You're the shit customer. You know how they say the customer's always right? Well, specifically, you know you're wrong. Am I at the bridge? You guys okay? Sorry, the mortgage time isn't right. Yeah, well, Mr. Krabs taught me the customer is always right, so guess what, buddy? I trust him more. Alright, that's the gas station. Oh, so I have been to a small town before, but I just... bruh. I didn't realize that it was like that. Yeah, and Kraz... you and Kraz are money-hungry freaks. But you made me crash. You made me crash. Hello, I like money. That's me. I also like money. But also, who doesn't like money? I had to turn somewhere. But I don't know where. I had to turn here. Wait, but this is the pier. So then where do I go? Over here, I guess. Oh, there we go. I found it. Cat.wow. I wish I could hear it, but I'm in a snowstorm. No. And now I'm dead. Okay, so where do I go now? I'm just gonna drive and hope for the best. Cause that's all I can do. That's the gas station. Yeah, I'm correct. I knew it. And where do I need to go? Clifton. Okay. I will go to Clifton. The way I'm saying Clifton reminds me of a Krypton, and that makes me Superman, I think. So, yeah. Ouch. I'm not Superman, I stimmed accidentally. Superman doesn't stim. He doesn't do this. I had to walk to my vehicle. This is the walk of shame. To my... How did it swear? Whatever. Because of the pixelization, I keep thinking there's a gate, like, right in front of me, and it's just making me, like, want to stop. But it's not a gate. Pixelization. Yeah. How it feels to be young. It's pixels. Clifton. That's dithering. Whoa. Okay, I'm at the pawn shop. Oh, there we go. Wait, I still can't buy it because I need... Bruh. Okay. Wait, what if I just do this? And then I do... Yeah. Whatever. This is how I'm gonna do it. Where's the Walmart again? There's the Walmart. Hey mate, almost didn't notice you. I've been so deep in thought about the injustices of the world. I hate him. I actually hate him. Where do I deliver this? Yay. And then... I'm so close. I'm just gonna have to do one more job. Yeah, whatever. Okay, and then I just turn. I turn and I get it. Wait, where is it? Oh, the bar. Oh, they finally asked for something? Bro, I've been wondering when they would ask for something. They just never did. Oh, I heard you're new. I'm Fives. Did you make my twin Sixo yet? If Sixo asks you if you want to make some money, just run away. Why are you guys different? And also, he did ask me. Oh, I had to deliver to you and I can just go in? Oh my god. Yay, give me my shit. Here we go, I'll have like $4 left. Not Seb guy, see I'm remembering. I'd put some more air in those tires if I were you. Actually, never mind, we're all out of here. And bumper bars, these will let you smash through things. That will cause, yep. The upgrade will be installed right away. All set. Why does the fucking auto guy want beer? Infiltrate the hydro dam in Fishing Town and retrieve the supplies. Where is the hydro dam? No, actually, where is it? I don't know. I'm guessing it's in Denton just cause damn, but... Bro, I don't fucking know. Where is that egg? I'm so lost. Honk. Is this what a K-truck sounds like? I don't fucking know. Is this what it sounds like? But where's the dam? Where's the dam? Can a job tell me? No. Of course. Bruh. Cause it just said like the fishing, right? Is that where small? No. God damn. I might have to look this up because no sign has told me where it is. Fuck. I need to do a job. Oh, this is bad. Infiltrate the hydro dam in Fishing Town and retrieve the supplies. I don't know where that is. I'm guessing it is here. So I guess I go to Smallton. Wee. Ouch. Glad I chose this game when existing characters bought a coat. Yeah. Too bad I can't do that. Down. Hello. I'm here. Hello. I'm a cat. Hello. I'm gonna die, aren't I? I'm bouncing. Look at me. Look, I'm stimming. This is a long elevator ride. What the hell? What the fuck? I guess I'll leave. Hello? Where is the supplies? There's a supply. Hello? I'm in the basement. Over. I'm scared. Over. I'm gonna die. Over. Help me. Over. Wait, is that all? Is that all it was? I can't wait till it's over. Over. Wait, I can't leave. I can't leave. Over. I can't climb this ladder. Over. Wait, where do I go then? Not there, okay. I didn't even know I could go there. Wait, what the fuck? It's only there? Oh, I see. I found a secret passageway. Over. It's really long. Over. I'm not running out of energy because I'm so scared. Over. I have no flashlight. I'm scared. Over. Is there? No. What the fuck is down here? Over. I feel like it's just repeating. Oh no, it's not. I found a laptop. Over. DD77 underscore buffer 01 transcript. Seb, no. What's happening? Why? DD77 underscore buffer underscore 02 underscore transcript. Do you remember when this place was full of life? Even seasons of decay later, somehow you convinced me to stay. Don't let me endure this desolate wasteland alone. How cruel it is to let us feel when our time together was fleeting from the start. No speech detected. Is that it? Okay. Now walk back, haha. Surely nothing bad will happen, right? I mean, I had this walkie-talkie. Nothing bad can happen to me. I thought there was something there. Like the shadow, it's making it look like there's something there, but there's not. Wait, is the bridge out? Oh no, it's not. Why am I not running out of energy in this place? Hello? There's an anomaly. Over. The shadows are doing weird things. Over. Can I leave now? I can. Why'd I need this walkie-talkie? Why do I need this? Yeah. Yeah, this is me. Why is it playing music? Hello? Hello? Why is it playing music? Okay, so what do I need to do? Bring the supplies to MK at the security gate. Okay, how does Skate get back up? So where do I need to go? I need to go to Clifton, right? Yeah. To Clifton. Wow, I'm so glad nothing bad happened to me. Oh wait, I need to go get gas. For $1. I need to go to Small Town then. Oh, I'm going there. Okay. Yippee! And actually, since I'm in Danton, I want to get a Danton to Small Town. Yeah. And now I will try to do things. Because unfortunately, I need money. I really wish I didn't need money, but I do. Okay, what you got for me, bastard? Do you mind? That's all she's saying to me now. It's kinda weird. I don't know what I did to her. Okay, now I gotta go to Small Town. And then I gotta... I don't know. So why did my radio change? What the hell? Finally, chill music. And not the fucking breakcore. It's helping me relax from that scary experience. Batan. It was so terrifying. You have no idea. Smatan. Well, I'm actually like so low on gas. Oh my god, I'm barely gonna make this. But also, I think it just takes all your money anyway, and then it's like, yeah. Whatever, you know? Bro, where's that turn gonna be? Oh, it's after this. Okay, whatever. Just like, fill me up, you know? I don't care. You're gonna take out my money anyway. Okay, you know what? Before I deliver that, he's gonna take all my money, so I'm just gonna like do this. Exactly who I wanted to see to prove that there is no such thing as a benevolent god. Give me, yeah, you don't have enough. Thank you. $1 gas. What timeline am I in? Oh, that didn't. Oh, okay. Yeah, just take my money. Okay, that's more like it. And now where am I? I'm in Smallton, and I'm going to Clifton. So, Smallton to Clifton. Oh, and they're right there. Yay. Greetings, I think that Ellie and Fortino are in love. That is a special thing. It is new to me. I miss you when you are not here. Is that a normal feeling? I am new to feelings. Bro is out of it. Why is it snowstorming again? It doesn't have to do this every single time it's night. I'm being so for real. It actually doesn't have to do this. Oh. I almost died. I was gonna die. What if another man was in the road? Then I would commit vehicular manslaughter and it would be a hit and run. And they would probably die, because look at that bridge. That's why I said I'm so glad no one else can drive. And that I'm the only one who knows how to drive. Read what I said again. What if there's... Oh, Slender Man. Oh, then he would kill me. Because I would try to run him over. But then it's Slender Man. So then he would kill me. You know? It's the cycle of violence. I try to kill someone, and then it doesn't work out, so then they kill me. Clifton. Whoa. Oh, it's right there. I was gonna go straight and miss it completely. Who is the most easily killable out of all the people we know? You're gonna hate me for saying this, but I think it's Chip. You're gonna hate me for saying that, though. Is there nothing I can, like, pick up in Clifton? Bruh. Oh, that kinda sucks. Whatever. I can't do anything. I'm just gonna go here. And then I'm gonna forget all my troubles. Okay, not gonna lie, I didn't think this game would take me this long to beat. I thought it would be like one of those games that takes really quick. I didn't think it'd take more than 4 hours. Great, you got the handheld radios. I just finished with the gate, it'll stay open for good now. Thank you for your help so far, I guess I owe an explanation. There's something wrong with the shopkeepers. Every day that passes, they seem to be getting more ill. It's gotten a lot worse since you started the deliveries again. Don't worry, I don't blame you. They've grown so much since you started. And you've given them all a reason to keep going. And to keep me going. I know a way to help them. It's not perfect, but at least they'll be here. I need you to get those ice chains at the Easy Auto here. We need them to get into that factory. I'll meet you there. It's just through the tunnel in Weston. Good luck out there. It's gonna cost money. Oh, that's so much money. Oh my god. That guy's fucked up and also evil. I don't think so, bud. Oh, Fuki joined my server. I didn't see that. Can I save? How do I save? Oh, to just go. Okay. That's cool. I think I'm gonna end early because it's just gonna be me delivering again and again until I beat this, you know? But yeah. Let me stop my YouTube recording. But yeah. Let me go here. What the hell? This game was a lot of fun. It had more than I expected it to. Like I said, I thought it was just gonna be really quick. What the fuck? But also, I think I need to, I'm hungry, which is also why I wanted to end. But yeah, let's see. Tomorrow, I think I start Pokemon. Because Pokemon is a funny game. Have a good night. Good night. I don't know why I'm so hungry, I just am. And yeah, that's why I'm gonna end early. Nini, good night. Good night, everyone. Let me see if I can raid someone. I hope I can raid someone. I really do. There's a certain rock. I will not raid rock. Okay, I might raid you. If there's no one else. Which I think there is no one else. Yeah, there's no one else. Okay, I'm gonna raid this person. They've been, kind of supporting me, so yeah. I want to support them back. Copy and paste that. Raid them. I will go and do this. But yeah. Anyway, this was a lot of fun. And I hope I see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.